The Steam Winter Sale 2021 has begun, and we've compiled a list of the top deals and titles to buy before the discounts expire. Aside from Valve's digital marketplace, the Epic Games Store is now offering a slew of Christmas deals. Furthermore, users will receive 15 days of free games until December 30th. While the Epic Games Store is even more generous than Santa Claus, Valve's store still has lots of fantastic deals to be had. No Man's Sky. Despite the fact that No Man's Sky has been out since 2016, it is still up for the Labor of Love award this year. That demonstrates that the game's developer, Hello Games, is continuing to improve the game with big updates that make it better than ever. It's a scary notion to enter the cosmos for the first time, but once you've gotten used to the survival mechanisms, the limitless exploration is addictive. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut. Elysium Disco. If you enjoy games with a strong emphasis on plot, character interaction, and mystery, The Final Cut is a must-play. Its purposely unattractive graphics and very simple gameplay may appear off-putting at first glance, yet it's one of the best games released in 2019. You play as a pretty grotesque investigator whose mind continuously berates his scent, hideous features, and tragic history, forcing you to ponder on your own life and self-worth. You can either redeem him by solving the riddle with your partner, or you can let his life come to a natural end with a tie and a ceiling fan. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Even if you aren't a fan of the Yakuza series, Yakuza Like a Dragon is a fantastic game. It makes nods to the old games through its characters and location, but you won't feel out of place because the tale is fantastic on its own and all of the characters are charming knuckleheads with plenty of personality. Naturally, as a Yakuza game, it features an eerily accurate representation of Japan, as well as a variety of minigames to play. There are also thousands of side missions to perform and weapons to gather, and the turn-based combat is noticeably superior to the series' traditional beat-em-up action. Psychonauts 2. The first of 3 2021 releases on this list is Psychonauts 2. That isn't to say it's the worst, rather, it's the most expensive. With that said, the game is definitely worth the money because it's a fantastic sequel with a gripping tale, stunning art direction, and fantastic creativity. It's a 3D platformer with a solid camera and typical combat, as well as a slew of collectibles and one-of-a-kind powers. Because of its mature topics, amusing stages, and funny characters, the game is the closest thing to shrooming, and it's an adventure you'll never forget. Dark Souls 3. We could have put a lot more titles on this list, but we went for Dark Souls 3 because Elden Ring is coming out in February. Many people will be unsure whether From Software's harsh gameplay is too much for them, so rather to risk it all on a new game, it's wiser to acquire a heavily discounted copy. If you've never played a Soulsborne game before, we recommend Dark Souls 3 due to the Steam Winter Sale 2021 discount and the fact that it's the greatest of the three in terms of gameplay. It might ultimately let you figure out whether From Software games are actually your cup of tea or not, even if this is debatable because Elden Ring is different in many ways. Deathloop. Deathloop was a Game Awards 2021 Game of the Year nominee, and it's simple to see why. It isn't a perfect 10/10 masterpiece because the AI is stupid and the game holds your hand much too much, but it has a fantastic main couple in Colt and Juliana, and its sci-fi environment is an amazing playground full of secrets to solve. The story and characters are what make this game so amazing, even if the gameplay is just Dishonored. The founding members you must kill appear to be shallow at first glance, however this is only true if you don't investigate each level and learn about their backgrounds. There's also one-on-one multiplayer, which is very addicting due to its combination of frustration and gratification. Black Desert. Anyone who has never played an MMORPG or isn't normally a fan of the genre should check out Black Desert Online. The game is tremendously popular, but it's also very accessible and simple to play, even for someone who doesn't appreciate MMOs. It features MMO elements that bother folks who aren't fans of the genre, but these drawbacks are vastly exceeded by the benefits. The open environment is beautiful, the gameplay is enjoyable with a variety of classes to pick from, and the community is actually rather welcoming. There's also the character creation package, which may stand alone as a game. You can make any type of waifu you desire, from the traditional cutesy anime female to a giant She-Hulk that would make the flawless Kiki Vice blush. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. We've already listed Guardians of the Galaxy as number 1, but we're including it as number 1 again since it's a wonderful masterpiece. It's not an open world game with gadgets and Batman and Spider-Man style action. Instead, it's a linear adventure about a loving group of misfits who must overcome the temptation of a smelly religious cult. Although it isn't Avengers 2.0, it is on par with Insomniac's Spider-Man and Rocksteady's Greatest Batman. The combat is enjoyable and reminiscent of Mass Effect. The story was nominated for Game of the Year for Outstanding Narrative, and the characters are arguably even better than those in the James Gunn films. Some may consider the pricing to be excessive for a single-player game, but that is totally dependent on your expectations from video games. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more such videos.